I'm Ricky Mazanov, and this is my last lecture. In life, there are 4 things you can't recover. The stone after it's thrown, the word after it's said, the occasion after it's missed, and the time once it's gone. You don't want to be the first one to throw the stone. False accusations or criticism may seriously hurt someone. I know it's impacted me before. One who is open to criticism should not criticize others. Just because you don't mind it doesn't mean that someone else will take it the same way. Be careful what you say. It only takes one word to make someone snap. Watch what you say because you don't know who is listening, and word travels fast. Words do hurt, not because they are words, but because they actually mean something. We can hurt somebody unintentionally, not because of what we've done to them, but by what we've said to them. Last year I had a close group of friends. There were 6 of us, but for some reason we split up into 2 groups. It was really hard because we would hear things that they were saying about us, and they would hear things that we were saying about them. In the end, we found out people were just twisting what we were saying, and we realized it was stupid. We talked it out and got over it. We all became close again, but I realized that fighting words with words doesn't solve anything. It just makes things worse. Missing an occasion doesn't only hurt your friends and family. In the long run, it affects you too. Maybe you had something better to do than go to your cousin's birthday or your family's Thanksgiving dinner, but you will hear about how much you've been missed, and you'll probably be disappointed that you didn't end up going. I love to see my family. Even if I only get to drop by for a few minutes, it really makes a difference. On Thanksgiving last year, my family wanted me to come over for a turkey dinner, but I had dance, so I didn't think I'd be able to make it. My family really wanted me there, so they made the dinner earlier so I could go. It really meant a lot to me that they would do that, and it was great to see them all again. Time is a valuable thing. We only get one chance to use our time, so why not have fun? Don't get caught up in something pointless, otherwise you may miss something important. Time is a measure of everything in life, so don't waste it by focusing on the past and the time lost. Focus on the time that you still have. If you get an opportunity, take it. Don't procrastinate. It's a waste of time. If I have something I need to get done, I do it right away. Then I have time to have fun without the stress of having to do something else. There are a lot of important people in my life, one being my dad. I share the same name as my dad. He is Ricky with a Y, and I am Ricky with an I. My dad has been through a lot in his life, and although he hasn't always been there for me, I know he cares, because he always tells me how sorry he was for those wasted years. Now that he is there for me, I don't seem to have enough time for him, but he works around my busy schedule and makes an effort to see me when he is in town. Another important person in my life is my grandma. She is such an understanding, strong, and fun person. She has had cancer 2 times, and she has fought it both times. The fact that she has fought it makes me believe that I can be strong like her. She is so fun to play games with and easy to talk to. When I was younger, she used to play dress-up with me, and even though she couldn't fit in any of my dress-up clothes, she put on a long skirt over her head and made it work as a dress. Every summer, my mom and I go to BC to visit my grandparents. This year I got to go for a month, and almost every night we would play board games. My grandma would always make it so fun. She's so silly and has such a personality. My best friend is Kelsey Laird. We met in kindergarten, and I used to go to her house every weekend. We were practically sisters. We were always close, but as we got older, we made different friends and weren't always there for each other. We became extremely close again in grade 9, and it was like we were never apart. We always had and will continue to have fun together. We were the kind of friends that laugh until we cry. Friends are the bacon bits in the salad bowl of life. Never let a good friend go. A friend is a hand that is always holding yours. No matter how close or far apart you may be, a friend is someone who is always there and will always be. Last year I went on a missions trip with the majority of my grade 9 class, and it was an amazing experience. We were supposed to go to Juarez, Mexico, but because of safety reasons we had to go to El Paso, Texas. The whole group was disappointed, but after an extremely long bus ride, we arrived and soon realized that people of El Paso were just as poor and needed just as much help as the people in Juarez. It was so great to help the people. They were so excited and grateful that we were there. They were always smiling and made me realize you don't need to have a lot to be happy. People are just as happy as they make up their minds to be, and the purpose of our lives is to be happy. I love dance so much. Even though most people say it isn't a sport, I disagree, because it is my sport. Dance for me is freeing. When I am at home, I will blare the music in my basement and dance or sing. It lets me release my emotions, and it's fun. Dance is extremely important to me, and that's why when I got pulled out in grade 5, I was devastated. Because of family circumstances, I wasn't allowed to dance anymore. But the next year, when I was allowed to go back, the studio instructor moved me down into a lower group than I had previously been in. This made me upset because I didn't know anyone in my group, and they were all a year younger than me. I started working really hard in hopes to be moved up, but after 3 years it never happened. I was just about to give up when my studio instructor informed me that I am moving up. Never give up on something that makes you happy. My perseverance paid off, and I am glad I didn't give up. I had a goal and I finally accomplished it. If you want something badly, go for it. It may be hard and it may take a while, but in the long run, everything will work out. There may be obstacles in your way, but obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off of your goal. Life might seem like an eternity while you're living it, but when you get to the end, you will realize how much more you could have done. You can't erase the past, so make the most of every chance you get, no matter how unimportant it seems at the time. Take care in every word you say, treasure every occasion you share, and live in the moment. Value every second you're alive, because your life can make a difference.